This autistic patient is concentrating on playing games. 3 classmates quietly came up behind him, deliberately blow the horn in his ear. George was so frightened that he fell to the ground. The 3 people all laughed at George. At this moment, teacher John noticed something unusual in the classroom. He came to George's side, gently soothed George's emotions. John told the 3 of them about George's symptoms, and I hope they won't bully George. Then have Jack and George form a team to complete the report. One day later, what kind of person is George that Jack is describing? He suddenly found that George was writing very slowly, so Jack began to play computer games. At this moment, Jack's phone rang. After George found Jack answering the phone, he began to play games instead of Jack. After Jack hung up the phone, he found George playing with his computer. He immediately asked George to go away, but Jack suddenly found that the game was easier to play, so he asked George how he had done it. George answered Jack's question seriously. After hearing George's reply, Jack came up with a good idea. One day later, Jack brought a drink for George. I hope George can focus more on playing games. At this moment, 3 people walked into the room. Everyone handed Jack $50 as the price for losing the game. Suddenly Henry saw George playing a game, so he and his companions began to laugh at George's actions. Jack asked them to leave immediately after hearing this. 2 days later, George heard that Jack was very good at playing games, so he asked Jack to have a competition with him. At the very beginning, everyone gathered around Jack, but when a person found George very capable, they all gathered around George. The loud noise made George hide in fear. After Jack noticed it, stopped their behavior, Jack came to George, comfort his mood, then, in front of everyone, admit George's prowess. The students could only leave disappointedly. 1 week later, Jack gave a report to his classmates, then hand a gift to George. John was very glad that Jack could recognize his mistake.